What is up, you guys? Anchor here, back at with another YouTube video for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And today, we're going to be talking about my first bracket of my tournament, basically round one. I was finally able to get everybody's match recorded and, done together and stuff like that. So, here it is. Now, the reason why it took me so long to get this together was a lot of people weren't really on Christmas break yet, which I thought people were able to. So, when I thought everybody was going to be able to fight Wednesday, it turns out they weren't because they weren't, they were still at school, and some people live in different time zones and stuff like that. So, wasn't really able to piece these matches together, but I finally was able to, and so here they are. Now, I'm not really great at commenting over matches that I didn't really plan because this match was recorded like maybe 4 or 5 days ago. Because like I said before, these matches like didn't really happen all in like one sitting. They kind of went over like a couple of days, but this was a pretty interesting matchup to say the least. These two had fought did two matches before this, but there was like an issue where one person had cheesed and another person had cheesed back. So it really wasn't the nicest match, like I said. So I said, do you guys want to fight again? Have another two matches to, see who wins. And this time we don't really cheese as much. Well, we're not cheese as much, but don't cheese at all. They both agreed to it, and here they are fighting again. Both of them are male Saiyans, which I don't really have an issue with what race they are. Like I said, it was only created characters only, and any race was allowed. There's male Earthling, Saiyan, anything. It didn't really matter to me. Just that they're both male Saiyans. So it was a little bit interesting. I think in this tournament, a lot of people were actually male Saiyans. I think we had one Freezer race so far, and everybody else was like a male Saiyan. I think we also had a male Earthling too, but the majority of the tournament, everybody was a male Saiyan, which is kind of interesting because usually male Earthling is kind of the OP class, or maybe female Majin or Namekians. All races are pretty strong, but what I mainly saw was male Saiyans, which was pretty interesting. I personally like to play as a male Earthling. I know male Earthlings have like a bad stigma because they are a pretty strong race. They have really high damage, really easy to use, and they also have a couple of unvanishable stun breaks. But I try my best not to really play cheesy with them. I just like the race because they have really easy stun break combo. Their combos are really easy to use, and I don't know, I'm just not really a fan of the Saiyan combos, because if you're not going to play as a male Earthling, usually you're going to play as a male Saiyan. But me, I just like male Earthling because, I don't know, they just have really nice combos, and they fit my playstyle a little bit more. Right there, Jake Carries, you just landed a Dragon Fist on VDSackman, and I think that finishes the match. There's a little bit of health left right there, and the animation at the end of Dragon Fist helped VDSackman survive. He's basically one hit, and of course he does land that one hit, finishing him off with a back hit. So yeah, Jake Carries, you gets 1 point. The rule of this tournament was best 2 out of 3, so if you won 2 matches, then you go ahead and proceed further into the tournament. If you won one and your opponent won one, and then you won one again, then you proceed forward into the tournament because, of course, it is best 2 out of 3. You guys know how best 2 out of 3 works. So here's the second match between the two. VDSackman still has full health. He's landing a lot of combos on him, catching Jay Carries you in his back hits. And he lands a nice, forgot the name of that move, but it's Vegito's counter move, which was pretty nice. I think VDSackman was maybe running more of a defensive preset, using moves like Reverse Mabusenko and Mystic Flash and whatever the name of Vegito's counter move was. Basically just to try to catch his opponents off guard if they weren't suspecting it, because I haven't seen someone use Reverse Mabusenko since like the game first came out. The ultimate attack did get nerfed, and you think he would use Evil Blast. Maybe he prefers Reverse Mabusenko over Evil Blast because Reverse Mabusenko can counter ultimates and stuff, which is pretty nice. Right there, both of them were sitting back, standing still, recovering their stamina, while Jay Carries was flying towards VDSackman. He goes for a Super Vegeta 2, I think. I think that's Super Vegeta. I'm sorry if I'm incorrect. Also, VDSackman is using Special Beam Blast, which is kind of an underrated evasive. It does a lot of damage if you do land it, but it is really easy to dodge. You can perfect block it too if you're really good at perfect blocking, or you could just dash like from the side of it. Right there, he does land Reverse Mabusenko, and sadly, Jay Carries using Energy Barrier, which I don't really have an issue with as evasive. It can be used to cheese, but he's not really using it to cheese. Basically, since he's using that evasive kind of sucks for blocking Ki Blast attacks. So when he did use his evasive, it didn't end up, absorbing the damage from Reverse Mabusenko. So VDSackman does end up finishing him off with not a Giant Storm, but it's basically the Strike Super that's kind of like Giant Storm. Forgot the name of that move too, sorry. But yeah, he does end up finishing it off. So right now it is 1-1. This is the last match right here to decide it. They're playing on Future City Ruins, which is a pretty nice map. Right there, VDSackman tried to go for a special beam blast again. That, like I was saying, though, that evasive is pretty underrated, but it's kind of like high risk, high reward. Plus it doesn't really get you out of danger. Like if you're stuck in an ultimate or a combo, you can't really use it to get out of it. Especially like a key blast ultimate, because it doesn't give you any like super armor or any really dodge. You just kind of backflip backwards, and then if you're still getting hit by ultimate, you will get hit by it again. Right there, VDSackman stamina was broken, but he was able to get out of JKRZ combo. So since his stamina was just about recovered, JKRZ doesn't really punish him for it. Right there, he catches him with another reverse Mabusenko, and luckily he was able to get out of it that time. I guess maybe he like glitched the hitbox for it or something like that when he did go for the evasive. Now both of them are back to recovering their stamina on the ground again. I'm switching perspectives, just to see what will happen. Right there, JKRZ gets a really nice perfect block, and then VDSackman goes for a special beam blast. But then his stamina does end up getting broken, and he goes JKRZ goes for a Dragon Fist, which does a lot of damage. Even though the ultimate is now nerfed, it's still a really good strike ultimate. You just can't use it like how it was before. Whenever your opponent's stamina was about to recharge, you can use it, and then they won't be able to get out of it because it was just kind of glitchy. Right there, Sackman tried to go for a Burning Slash, but JKRZ was too far away. This match kind of got a little laggy right here, but they just kind of went with it, JKRZ does catch him in a nice little combo, ends up using Spirit Stab. Right there, he tries to go for a Stamina Break, which I thought it may have been over, but VDSackman still has a little bit of health. He does go for a Stamina Break, and they end up clashing. Then Sackman tries to go for another, I forgot the name of that strike super, but it's basically like a fake Giant Storm. But JKRZ ends up finishing him off. So yeah, GG to JKRZ. He does proceed further into the tournament. Now, originally, VDSackman did end up winning, but since they both decided to do another 2 matches, that doesn't really matter, now. But yeah, GG to VDSackman. It was a really nice attempt. So JKRZ right now is currently waiting for his next match so that way he can go into the 3rd bracket or lose right there, who knows. But yeah, here's another really good matchup. Both of these guys had a lot of TP, and LG Freaks, I fought against him before. He is really, really good. He plays pretty, he's very good at stamina management, and he does have a lot of really nice combos. Old Toasty God also, I haven't really fought against him before. He was recommended by JKRZ, and because I was lacking a couple of people for my tournament, I decided to ask him if he wanted to join, and he did say yes. He has a lot of TP as well. Both of them are really, really good, and both of them are both Mel Saiyans. Again, now I don't have anything wrong with Mel Saiyans. It's just a popular race to choose for the tournament. Both of them did get their Super Saiyan transformations off, so they were able to get that little buff. Old Toasty God is using Savage Strike to basically punish opponents with XYs. A very good use of Backbreaker right there. This match was pretty one-sided, which was pretty surprising for me because LG Freaks is really, really good. He's destroyed me a couple of times. I remember when I was trying to do my biggest Xeno comebacks, I tried to do it on him, and I got destroyed. Basically, both these guys are both really good, and it was pretty interesting to see what happens. LG Freaks is also using Mach Kick into Roscoe's Claw, which is pretty cool because I've done that combo before. I don't know if he's using it because I used it, but it was pretty cool to see. Unfortunately, Toasty God's stamina was not broken, so he couldn't really do a full combo, and he decided not to use the last input on Roscoe's Claw to do that little bit more damage because it does leave you open. Right here, LG Freaks is not giving up, even though he has almost no health. He was forced to use his evasive right there because of Toasty's XY and then an Aura Dash. Basically, one hit and with no stamina left. He's still trying to catch his opponent in a combo, trying to wither him down. Old Toasty God is pretty good doing the XY cancel for Male Saiyans. He did catch him in a combo right here, and Male Saiyans do a lot of damage. Maybe LG Freaks has a lot of attribute points invested into his his basic attack, which makes his basic attack pretty strong. Old Toasty God does end up catching him in a combo, and that ends up being the first game. So GG to Toasty God is basically 1 now, and LG Freaks is 0. Now here's the next match. They're both playing on the map Cell Games Arena. LG Freaks begins with a Key Blast stun, trying to catch Old Toasty God in that stun because Key Blast stunning is really, really good. It can be a little annoying, but I don't really have that much of an issue with it because I do it myself. So yeah. I don't really know the inputs for Male Saiyan's combos because I don't really play as much. I do have a Male Saiyan. It's just, I don't know. I wonder what made Male Saiyan so popular in this tournament. If someone could comment down below and tell me, maybe Male Saiyans are actually better than male Earthlings, or maybe they're easier to use. Maybe people just prefer to play as them over male Earthlings. That way they don't have like a bad rep. Me, I will play as male Earthling like before I play as a male Sand. Like the combos aren't bad. I just don't really like them. You know, their stamina breaks are pretty not difficult, but they're just not as easy to land as a male Earthlings. With a male Earthling, to me, you could do a lot more combos and stuff. Both of these guys are really good at perfect blocking. Right there, LG Freaks finally landed a hit on old Toasty God, so that way he doesn't, perfect him and stuff. But then Toasty God does land a stamina break right here, then going for a Y combo, and then kind of doing like a little infinite, and then full power energy blast volley. LG Freaks then says, "I'll try my best," and that is pretty much GG. That was a really like one-sided match. But yeah, that was pretty surprising to see because LG Freaks is really, really good. But GG to Toasty God. Here's the next matchup between Superior Games and Demon Slayer Dom. Demon Slayer Dom is a male Earthling, and Superior Games 65 is a male Sand. Both of them have pretty much, both of their creator characters look a little bit similar. Superior Games try to catch Demon Slayer Dom off guard with a Flash Fist Crush, which is a pretty good time skip move. I don't really use it as much as I use the other time skip moves because I feel like the other ones are a lot better because when you do land them, they don't give you a chance to get out of them, if you know what I mean. You can't use like an evasive or add damage out of them, and they're pretty good to punish your opponent. As you guys saw, like my last video, I was using them. Superior Games also using Burst Command Mal, which you try to do like a little nice little combo. I don't really use that move that much, but it is a really good Ki Blast super move. Right there, Demon Slayer Dom does turn Potential Unleash, which does give him a little bit of advantage. But then Superior Games 65 then goes Super Saiyan 2 maybe, or Super Vegeta 2. I'm not sure. I didn't really get to see the animation like that. Right there, he's also using Phantom Fist, which is a really good after image move. If you want to save stamina and if you're really good at timing it right, you can use it to save you, well, not save you, but also gain some stamina and save you stamina and get out of some of your opponent's combos. Demon Slayer Dom has a really low stamina and almost 1 life left. Right there, he catches Superior Games in a combo. Like Metal does do a lot of damage, but it's not really that bad because all the races to me do a lot of damage, you know. Right here, I almost thought it was GG, but Superior Games does end up snap vanishing out of Demon Slayer Dom's sledgehammer and then getting a sand break off on him and finishing him off with a final Kamehameha, which was really, really nice. So yeah, GG to Superior Games. It is now 1-0. So here's the next match of the video. Demon Slayer Dom and Superior Games 65 are both playing on Cell Games Arena. Now, from the attribute point perspective, they both have about the same amount of health. Demon Slayer Dom does have a little bit more stamina and also maybe a little bit more ki, or maybe Superior Games 65 that has more ki. So the stats are just about even. There wasn't really like that much of a level difference here. Right there, Superior Games 65 does catch him in a combo with a lot of really nice back hits, forcing Demon Slayer Dom to kind of waste his stamina a little bit. Kind of not panicking, but you know, it's kind of, when you end up getting caught by like back hits a lot, you kind of like panicking a little bit because if you play a little bit unpredictable, you can't kind of dodge them. You try to use Flash Fist Crush to like at the same time as his transmission to try to punish him for it, but it doesn't really work that well, you know what I mean? Now Superior Game 65 is now in Super Vegeta 2, I believe. Demon Slayer Dom has no stamina as well. He tries to go for like a little key blast stun, but he didn't end up doing it right, so when he did hit him with it, he wasn't able to punish him for it. Superior Games does have a lot more stamina than Demon Slayer Dom. Again, right here, I think he does end up catching a light stamina break and then going for a XY combo. Doing that one male Saiyan combo, it's kind of like Vegeta's, and then doing like a little infinite with it, and then going for a Divine Lasso, and I think right here that is GG. Divine Lasso does do a lot of damage, and yeah, that was pretty nice. He was able to finish him off with 2 ultimates, so Superior Game 65 will be going into the round 2 bracket of my tournament. Now here's the thing, I know you guys are probably wondering, why is Demon Slayer Dom fighting again, you know? Didn't he get eliminated in the last 2 fights? Well, you see, S-John 12 didn't really have anyone else to fight, and I went around asking a ton of different people what they wanted to fight in the tournament. Some of them did reply, and then I wasn't online when they did, and then some of them, like I just didn't get back to him and other stuff like that. So just really didn't end up working out with someone different. So I asked Demon Slayer Dom, it's like the random person I picked, and I was like, hey, do you want to try fighting again? Going again in this tournament? He said sure. So here he is as a different race as he was before. He's his Freezer race. Now his Freezer race is a little bit under leveled between S-John 12. He is level 99, and Demon Slayer Dom is level 73. So you guys can kind of already tell what's gonna happen. Demon Slayer Dom had deleted his male Earthling. He wasn't able to play as him, and he was just now working on leveling up his freeze race. He didn't really mind fighting. Like usually, level difference don't really matter if you're above level 80, but he is 7 levels below 80. Not 11s, levels below 80, so it kind of made things a little bit more difficult. He's still a freeze race, so anything can happen because freeze races still do a lot of damage. And plus, he is using golden form, and he is, to me, it looks like he's a Ki Blast super build. So there is that. But he kind of may be new to freeze races, so his combos and stuff like that, he really doesn't like. I played as a freeze race before, and I say they're pretty good and also really, really fast. And if you guys can, well, not you guys, if you can, use that against your opponent, then it can be pretty good. But as John 12 is a pretty good player, I've fought him before in the past. He does end up catching him with a stamina break and then going for a gigantic Omega and then a Shining Slash, finishing off pretty nice. Kind of like Trunks, like how Trunks finished off Mecha Frieza in the Android Saga. But yeah, here's round 2. It's basically 1-0 again. Now, as John 12 is a different preset, you can tell by the change in outfit, and he's also using the Z-Star on his back. It looks pretty cool. He also, you guys can tell this man's level 99. He has like almost like god tier stats. He has really nice stamina, a lot of ki for doing those big combos, and then his health bar. Man, I didn't even know Sans could get that high of a health bar. So yeah, he ends up getting a stamina break on on Demon Slayer again, and then finishing him off with a Super Black Kamehameha, perfecting Demon Slayer Dom and limiting him again. But yeah, GG to Demon Slayer Dom. I really do appreciate it that he was able to fight again in the tournament. These tournaments are pretty weird to host, but I may go back to uploading my regular videos because not saying that the tournament is over. I still have J Carries You and S John in the second bracket. Them two have to fight to see who will fight Toasty God in the third bracket. And I will have the second bracket uploaded soon, but I have to upload like my regular videos because these terms, like I said, they're both pretty weird. And I think J Carries You, S John, and Toasty God all messaged me saying that they were doing stuff for Christmas and stuff, which I can understand because everybody's got to do something for Christmas because it is, of course, Christmas. So if you guys enjoyed this the first round of bracket, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the players and stuff like that. It would be pretty interesting to see what you guys think. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 video. Peace.